My greatest learning experience. Mrs. Mindsmith was one of the strictest and most demanding 5th grade teachers any student could ever imagine. When my sister finished her classes, I was in 2nd grade. All I heard were stories about the scary Mrs. Mindsmith. When I finally got to 5th grade, I begged and begged not to have this lady, but I got her. The very first day of class, she told us all, early is on time and on time is late. As a 5th grader, I didn't think much of it, until I told my parents what we had learned that day in class. When I told them what this meant, they were so glad that I had her as a teacher because they both knew how important this lesson would be. In Mrs. Mindsmith's class, anything less than an A was considered ridiculous. She pushed us all to the limit and kept pushing us, but she was still willing to sit down and help us with any difficulty that we had. All through middle school, my parents reminded me of her quote, "Early is on time and on time is late." Once they had told me this quote nearly 500 times, it finally stuck in my head. Despite my lack of grades in middle school, I always remembered that quote and was never late to anything. My teachers began to notice my earliness and complimented me on never being late. Later that year, I met my best friend, still to this day, and we decided to compete in the science fair. We ended up making it to regionals. At the competition, Jacob and I were one of the earliest groups to set up. When the judges made their pre-judging walkthroughs, they told us that they appreciated our punctuality. Throughout high school, I forced myself to be at class every day 5 minutes early. For every interview that I made, every appointment that has been scheduled, and every date that I have planned, I've always been early. As a freshman at Purdue University, I have learned that this lesson was the greatest learning experience. I organize my time very well and am involved with numerous activities that take up large portions of my time. Without Mrs. Mindsmith's lesson in 5th grade, I would not be where I am today.
You were only waiting for this moment.